Fairfield area weather forecast, a 40% chance for rain today, high 42. Tonight, 50% chance for rain or snow, the low 25. Partly cloudy, 35 tomorrow. For Wednesday, partly cloudy, high of 40. Wintry mix on Thursday with a high 35, and for Friday, sunshine, the high 45. Overnight low was 34, yesterday's high 46. Currently, humidity at 73%, winds from the west-southwest at 2 miles an hour. Pressure at 30.28 in holding. Cloudy skies right now, we've got 36 right now at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. 6 minutes past 8, it is time for morning coffee.
Oh, boy.
It's a Monday.
Had a good weekend. How about you guys?
Pretty good.
Ate well.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Good weather. It was chilly, but a good day for the Veterans Parade on Saturday. Kudos to Clifford Reaver and his crew.
Yeah.
And Captain Jeremy Vaughn gave a wonderful message at the Veterans Service yesterday at Maple Hill Cemetery. And it was well attended. A little, what's the word, brisk? Little brisk out there.
You know, I will say this. I think Fairfield does this right. You know what I mean? I mean, to the extent of the types of events, I give the city credit and the people that donate their time to make this right.
Clifford has done this, I believe, it's 17 years. Did you see the flyover?
I did.
That was, here's what I understand.
Who set that up?
It's a secret,
Uh-oh.
but I do know who the pilot was and is.
Okay.
This is what I was told. It was Rod Taylor. Rod went to Sisney High School around the class of 65. He is a very successful attorney in Indianapolis.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, that was a B-25 Liberator?
Well, I was
that
asking,
right?
and certainly a 1940s model, twin-engine prop.
Yeah.
World War II.
Was it a light bomber?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it was a B-25 Liberator. Someone may be able to help us
Those
out,
are
but
very rare.
And in years past, at least the last couple of years, I think he was scheduled to be here, and perhaps one of the times when he left Indy, there may have been a little engine problem. So he turned around, which was good, and then another time the weather didn't cooperate.
Now, if it was a B-25, that's the bombers I think they used on the Doolittle raid.
Really?
I think so.
Well, it was impressive.
Someone help me, please.
Yeah.
I may be digging myself a big hole.
I'm not sure. You remember the light bombers were the ones that, because they had to if you remember the movie, they had to get off the end of an aircraft carrier to be able to launch from Tinian. They left from Tinian on the
Enterprise.
USS Enterprise.
And
Enterprise launched them as they got close enough.
I just got a text that it was a twin beach.
Twin Beach, okay.
Thank you.
So there you go.
But very nice, and then we're as they say here, we're supposed to have rain changing to a wintry mix.
Yeah, that's coming up on Thursday, though. So.
Oh, nothing tonight?
Well, there is a chance
maybe
for
not.
rain or snow. And, we had snow on the ground
Saturday morning, and it stayed there until the sun started melting it off. But
I actually looked out after the parade, and underneath some of the trees on the courthouse lawn, there was still snow after the parade.
Well, it was nice, and everybody, good turnout, and I know that the organizers of all those events thank everybody for coming out for the veterans. And today, this is unusual. School is in session, but I think, are the banks?
For some places.
Well, Fairfield is.
Yeah, Fairfield is in session, but banks are closed.
Okay.
See, government offices are closed.
The way it used to be I think the way it is, if Veterans Day, the 11th, falls on a weekday, school is dismissed. Is that right? And then if it's a weekend, they don't dismiss. I don't know.
Well, the official observance of Veterans Day is actually today.
It is, according to my iPhone.
because of the fact that it was yesterday.
Right.
But as
And
far
most
as
people's
holiday purposes, it's today.
Those people that have state contracts and stuff like that, they get Veterans Day off. So if it's on Sunday, they get the day off.
Are you guys big Black Friday shoppers?
No.
Been a couple of times.
Absolutely not.
Well, the
I
average
actually
Black
like it.
Friday shopper plans on spending how much this year?
Well,
$1,200. I don't know.
oh, you mean that night?
On that day.
On that day. But it starts at midnight the night before, quite honestly.
Actually, it starts earlier than that.
And some of this,
I've been shopping at different places as early as 3 or 4 o'clock on Thanksgiving afternoon.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah. No, not
No,
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving
Eve.
Day.
Thanksgiving afternoon.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Just stay with your family.
so the average American thinks they'll spend how much this Black Friday?
I'd say about $1,200.
No, I think it's too much. I'd say $600.
It's $520.
Really?
Which I would have been with you. I would have said $800 to $900.
Yeah.
Well, there's too many deals, Dave.
See, the problem with Black Friday, and this is how Tina explains it, I don't ever find anything for other people. I always find things for myself.
Me. Right.
Well,
Which is not good for the budget.
Yeah.
they polled 2,000 Americans about what they'll spend on anything Black Friday and found out that not only is Black Friday still thriving, but over half of us will be hitting the stores that day. I have never gone out of the house to shop on Black Friday, nor do I plan to.
Well,
I'm not a shopper.
Every year you have the inevitable story on a national level of people pent up out in front of a shopping center waiting to get in. The doors are locked, and they open the doors, and there's a crush to get into the store for some sort of Black Friday deal.
Somebody always
Gets
dies
hurt, and somebody
gets hurt.
dies.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
53% of the $520 that the average person spends will be used to buy what?
Electronics.
No.
Really?
Toys.
Clothes.
Clothes.
53%. A laptop or computer, 47%. And a TV, 37%.
I have never bought a TV on Black Friday. I've been Black Friday shopping several times. I've never bought a TV. Mainly, I just go to watch people.
Right.
You know, to watch the fights break up.
I just don't want to have anything to do with it. Usually with family, and the last thing I want to do is go out and fight. And I'm going to be just really honest with you. I do 0% of the shopping in our family. Is that the case here? You guys do a lot of shopping?
Very little. I've found that one of the gifts for our 3 adult daughters is Daddy writes a check. Happy to do it. They love it. It fits. By the way, the average American said they would leave their Thanksgiving dinner to buy an item that was 44% off retail price.
No, not me. I'm sorry.
That's
not 43, but 44.
44, not 43. They'd still eat, but 44, they're on their way.
Right.
I want to remind everybody that you can join us not only here on the airwaves, 104.9, Dave Land, Mark Turner, Mike Dreeth, but you also have the opportunity by going to our Facebook link and linking us to YouTube. We are on YouTube Live. You can watch us as we do this show about nothing, so you're welcome to do that as well.
And Mike and Dave sit around and watch themselves.
Absolutely.
Watching the show.
Yes.
Jimmy Doolittle's raid used B-24s.
B-24s, okay.
All right. So
now, was that a Liberator? B-24 Liberator?
I'll
Is that
find
right?
out. My friend will text. By the way, speaking of Veterans Day, John's Butcher Block is offering a free lunch today to veterans. You get a sandwich, chips, and a drink.
Know what Dave's having for lunch?
John,
Don't you get a cookie, too?
Pardon?
Isn't there a cookie involved?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sandwich, cookies.
on bun.
Actually, at John's, it's probably on bread.
If both pieces of bread are the same size, I won't have to turn it upside down to eat it safely.
He's still going by the fact that, if you missed it last week, Dave's advice to you when you buy a hamburger,
if the bun is thicker on top.
The
top part,
I didn't realize that you
is.
put that caveat in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if the bun is thicker on top, and normally that's the case, right?
Yes. Normally,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so 95% of the time this is the case. Your idea is you've done research.
I read research on the internet, so it's true.
You have researched this.
You turn the hamburger
Upside down to let all the juices flow into the thicker bun, and then you won't be wearing it.
And then where do you put the condiments?
Well, you dress it as you normally would. You put your ketchup and mustard on
top, which is really now the bottom.
Right, and then after you have the condiments on there, then you turn it upside down, and that
do you
will
actually eat it upside down?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, I'm just going to tell you something. Since that show, I have gone to a number of local restaurants.
And everybody's eating them upside down?
They are eating them upside down, and and I hear people explaining to their wife, no, honey, that's not the way you eat your hamburger. Not according to Dave.
I have a really...
Dave says you put it upside down.
Hopefully we're going to take a break. I have a really neat story that could save a child from being abducted.
All right. Well,
I want to talk about that after the break.
Very good.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when Apollo 14 blasted off for the moon? George McGovern became a presidential candidate. Charles Manson and 3 of his Mansonettes were convicted of first-degree murder. In Super Bowl V, the Baltimore Colts won in a photo finish.
9 seconds showing on the clock. The Cowboys and the Colts all tied up. It is a 32-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up. It is long enough. It is
We saw the premiere of All in the Family and the last of cigarette commercials. Hot pants were new, and so were all these songs.
If you could read my mind, Sweet Mary, I'm coming home. I hear you knocking. Watching Scotty grow. Mr. Bojangles. I was born to wonder. Temptation eyes. Not the one you with.
Got it yet? Well, the answer and a hunk of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Are you looking for a bank that still offers free checking? Well, look no further. People's National Bank has your free checking needs covered. This is Heidi Atterbury, relationship banker at People's National Bank in Fairfield. You can open your free checking account with just $100. There's no minimum balance, plus receive unlimited check writing, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay. Stop by 1001 West Delaware in Fairfield to open your free checking account today. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
January 1971. Oh, my darling, knock 3 times.
Tony Orlando and Don with Knock 3 Times, the top song of January 1971. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another time capsule.
You know, that may be the furthest off you have ever been from one of these, Dave.
You know, we always guess the years. It's our little game during the show when we have time capsule. And I'm getting to the point where I just don't, because you guys wax me every time. So why do I allow myself to get murdered?
I missed it big time today.
What did you say the year was?
I said 74 because of Gordon Lightfoot's If You Could Read My Mind.
So.
And you said 72?
72. I said 72.
And it was 71, and I was.
Wow.
Sorry, Gordon.
Yeah. Well, you were going to, by the way, I just wanted to say, had a really delightful weekend. Took the grandkids and the kids to Branson, Missouri.
Was it cold?
It was cold. On Saturday night, we went to the parade at Silver Dollar City, and the rides and such. That's become a really big part of Branson now. The Christmas time that they have there. They said they were anticipating 17,000 people at the park that night, and they were disappointed that were only 14,000. I have to tell you, I don't know where you would have put the other 3,000. But I give them credit. They're incredibly well organized. When it was time to leave, those 14,000 people kept moving, and those buses kept flying, and they got you to the car. And so it was a great weekend with my family, and so I just wanted to point out. And it was interesting because my oldest and your youngest, who were friends back in the day, have reconnected because after each show here, Morning Coffee, they critique it by messaging each other.
Oh, boy.
So I'd like to see some of those.
Speaking of Silver Dollar City, if I'm not in September of 1969, Buddy and I were on a road trip, and we had been out to, was it 69? Yes, it was. We had been on a road trip to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and what have you, and we stopped in Silver Dollar City, but there was no Branson. There was no big hoop-de-doo at Branson. So if any of our listeners out there know when Branson came into fame, maybe you guys know.
I remember Silver Dollar City in Gatlinburg.
Okay,
Pigeon Forge,
Silver Dollar City.
It was where Dollywood is now.
Is that the Silver Dollar City that he's talking about?
No, this is the one in Branson he's referring to.
Okay, well, when did Branson become
It exploded.
When?
I don't know. I really don't. You're telling me it wasn't there when you were there.
I'm talking about another Silver Dollar City.
I think there was a Silver Dollar City where Dollywood is in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, at one time. I think
Silver Dollar City's been
I
there.
don't recall anything about Branson being a big deal in 1969.
I can remember when we lived out at Fort Leonard Wood, going to Silver Dollar City.
We were there a couple of years ago for their 50th anniversary. So it's been over 50 years.
Yeah.
Silver Dollar. We have a caller that called in during the break that said that, and so I don't want to get in an argument about this, but they said, according to their information, the Doolittle raid was conducted by B-25 Mitchell bombers, according to this caller. And so they wanted to share that with us.
I stand corrected. I will accept any correction of my knowledge.
Okay, parents,
of World War II.
Parents and grandparents, listen to this. An 11-year-old Arizona girl thwarted a possible kidnapping last week after she demanded a stranger who told her to get into a white SUV to, quote, give me a code word. You heard of that?
No.
Families have code words. For example,
I see.
For example, your wife tells your daughter that so-and-so is going to pick you up. Maybe it's a neighbor. And the wife tells the neighbor, by the way, our code word is Christmas.
Yeah.
So the neighbor comes to pick up the child, and the child says, give me the code word, and he says Christmas. So,
and then she responds with, like, rapping.
Something, yes, right.
Yeah.
So the unidentified girl and a friend were walking near a park in North Pecan Creek in Arizona just before 4 p.m. when a man driving a white SUV described as a Ford Explorer-like vehicle pulled up next to them, and then the man, here's the interesting part. The man that was trying to coerce the girl into the car said that the girl's brothers were in a serious accident and told the girl she had to come with him. And then the girl asked the stranger for the code word. He didn't know, and he fled the scene. So the family has a code. Isn't that great?
Yeah, it is.
I've heard of that, but I'd forgotten all about it.
I have to tell you, years and years and years as an administrator at colleges where you deal with angry people about their grades and such, I had a code word with my secretary that if during a heated discussion I said, hey, Judy, listen, the red light's on in here. And if I use the word red in any way, that meant go get security. Mm-hmm. And so we practiced that, and that's not too dissimilar than this. This makes good sense.
Well, the code word probably very well could have saved her life or tons of people from not being distraught. But I think that's a great idea. It's not it's not a tough thing to do, but have a code word with family and friends and use it, practice it, talk about it, and maybe that could help.
By the way, I won't be here tomorrow. I will be on assignment.
By the way, Ken Odie, you're going to be here tomorrow, and if you're listening, you're going to run the controls for the camera.
David's decided
I did it last
he wants
week,
nothing
and
to do with it.
At my age, I cannot multitask.
Oh, and you're working on your facial expressions? Give me a break.
I did over the weekend.
He rewatched the show. You can watch this show over and over again on
right,
Gmail.
you can. He probably watched every one.
Not very long.
YouTube, I mean. I thought this was in. Go ahead.
No, I'm waiting.
Okay, well, good. I was looking at a poll, and also it's interesting how it leaned politically, but a poll conducted by Monmouth University found and ranked the top rock bands over the years. Have you seen this?
No, I have not.
Thought that was pretty interesting.
I'm interested.
Yes. Well,
you've piqued my interest.
They talked to 805 adults.
Why 805
I have
and not
no
1,000 or 800?
Because 806 weren't available.
I guess so.
Okay, so aged 18 or older, because, obviously you have to be over 18 to be able to have even a grasp of what rock was.
You got to be older than that.
Well, it's interesting, especially when it comes to the number one group, which I assume you both would know who that is.
Beatles.
Beatles. That's who I
Yeah,
think,
it is Beatles. By a wide margin, by the way. It says, surprisingly, the finding also illustrates that the Beatles' popularity among Republicans has plunged over the last decade as a result of the current political climate. Opinions of the group have been quite the adjustment across all political affiliations. Democrats reported an increase in favorability. 64% liked the Beatles a lot, compared to 51% back in 2009. So even the political... Do you buy that?
Why do you have to bring politics into it? Music is music.
I didn't.
John Lennon and Yoko were very liberal. I don't care.
They were very, yeah.
I don't care. I like their music now. When they got naked and were going to be on the album, album cover, no, that's a little too far. Paul McCartney in recent years has come out more left than right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I don't care. Me
neither.
I don't care. I love the
music.
That doesn't change
That's right.
anything. Now, Ringo, I don't have a clue. And
Ringo and George never talked much about
Politics.
No, not
Politics.
at all. Not at all.
Peace and love. Peace
yeah.
and love. That's what.
But John Lennon, he was probably the most political.
He was the most outspoken of the four.
And
might have cost him his life.
that guy was just nuts.
Yeah. All right, so that they are the winners by far. Number 2,
Rolling Stones.
Number 2.
You agreeing with that?
Sure.
Yeah, you were right. Number 2 is the Rolling Stones.
He's probably seen this.
I have not.
Oh, okay.
By the way, when you print out your cheat sheets, you print the pictures too?
I did. I was in a hurry today. I normally take them
Delete
individually
them?
out.
Well, that
Yeah.
eats up the ink. That hurts the company's profit.
Let's hope the owner of the station doesn't see that I have printed the pictures of the bands.
All right, who's
I was
number
in a hurry.
3?
Number 3.
Freddie
You'll-
and the Dreamers.
No way.
How
about
Beach Boys?
no? They're on the list, but they're number
Is it
3.
okay?
Number
Which country?
3?
Yeah, they're
I don't think
they're
it's
British.
ABBA.
They're British.
Yeah.
They're British.
Herman's Hermits.
No, a little bit later.
a little bit later.
Yeah.
That was one of their songs.
I could hear it from
Led
the other-
Zeppelin?
Yes, that's it. We could hear from another.
Was that Robert Plant and the Boys?
Yeah.
That
I
was
don't
Robert-
think of them as being British. Sorry. John Bonham, was he the drummer?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
All right. After that, number 4 was AC/DC.
All right.
I don't know.
Not my.
3 chords
I'm too
all the
old.
time. I'm not sure.
Well,
that-
ZZ Top was 3 chords.
Well, AC/DC wasn't much different, I don't think. No. Number 5, the Eagles. For me, the Eagles are clearly
would
number
say-
2.
I would say the Eagles would be clearly higher than 5, yeah, to me.
Just because of their longevity and the fact that they've been able to recreate themselves a couple of times. Okay. Going down the list after the Eagles, Aerosmith is number 6.
I would have thought Aerosmith would have been a little higher, too.
7, Queen. You don't like that?
No.
Oh.
You don't think that's a good choice?
Oh, I do think
No,
it's a good choice.
I don't.
Well, they had a lot of hits.
They did.
8, the Beach Boys. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets you in the early 60s again for the first time. Really, there was a time where it was the Beatles versus the Beach Boys. The Beach Boys, really the summer sound of California. And number 8, Bon Jovi.
Really? That kind of surprises me.
Oh, excuse me, that was number 9. Yeah, okay. Then number 10 is Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. 11, Creedence, CCR. 12, Def Leppard. No, not for me.
No.
13, Elvis Presley. I didn't see him
band.
as a band. Did you?
TCB, the Taking Care of Business Band, but yeah.
That was BTO.
No, that was Bachman Turner Overdrive. But
Right.
TCB, Taking Care of Business.
Yeah.
I think Elvis.
That's the name of his band?
At times, his band was referred to the TCB band.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Then you have Fleetwood Mac,
I would have thought Fleetwood Mac would have been at the top 10.
Journey, Kiss, and finally, at 20, Leonard Skinner.
Okay, what's missing?
U2 is missing.
Yeah.
They had a lot of hits.
You're still missing.
Well, you
What's
got one
missing?
in particular, right?
There's no black group, no soul group. Where's the Temptations?
The Commodores.
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Temptations, the Four Tops.
Well, and to be quite honest,
the Supremes.
They're considered rock and roll because they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
The Supremes.
but they're not really rock and roll. They're more rock and soul.
Well,
R&B.
You got the Beach Boys in there. They're rock. What was the heaviest thing they did?
Beach Boys?
Wouldn't it be nice? Anyway, no soul bands in there.
LSD, maybe? Was that the heaviest?
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
I would say that's the
I find that survey bogus.
okay.
Who did it? What was the source on the internet?
It's at Monmouth.
Monmouth
group,
College.
Monmouth University.
Monmouth
University. A poll conducted by Monmouth University
Yeah.
was released Thursday. And so, I mean, I think it was, I think you're right that 805 folks is not quite enough.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard of all the bands, but boy, where are the Temps and the Four Tops and Freddie and the Dreamers?
Different genres, but you would consider the Beach Boys be a different genre than, for that matter,
AC/DC and Beach Boys. That's culture shock.
Yeah, that's
a rough mix.
That's not even close to the same genre.
Carnaby Square has all the ways to look chic and comfortable and accessorize all of your looks for fall. They shop the best markets to bring you cool boutique brands. New labels are on the horizon at Carnaby Square, so stay informed. Check them out on their Facebook page, website, and right here on WFIW. Watch for new deliveries this week. Multiples in red, black, cider, oatmeal, and Loden. Stop in. The Carnaby girls are always ready to assist you with your perfect look, no matter what the season. Carnaby Square, your fashion leader in downtown Fairfield. Moms, are you looking for a way to connect with your daughter? This event is sure to bring excitement for girls ages 7 through 12. Here's a chance for them to connect and experience God and His love. The Secret Keeper Girl is coming to the First Christian Church in Fairfield, Sunday, November 18th from 6:30 to 9. You don't want to miss this girls' night out as your daughter learns the secrets of modesty and true beauty. Secret Keeper Girl, Sunday, November 18th at the First Christian Church in Fairfield. For more information and to purchase tickets, find them online at secretkeepergirl.com.
WFIW and Ultra Products are bringing back the popular Show Us Your Rack promotion. Now through December 31st, upload pictures of you and your buck to the Show Us Your Rack page at WFIWradio.com. The first 25 photos uploaded will receive a free t-shirt. On Friday, January 4th, one lucky hunter will be drawn from all entries and will have their choice of a USA-made Parker Bushwhacker crossbow, a $400 value, or a $200 in-store credit to Ultra Products. Good luck, hunters. And a pleasant good morning. Dave's rejoining us because he's a man of a certain age and must walk out of the room every once in a while. And for that, I give him credit for the courage that it takes to get up and walk out in the middle of a live program.
I was thirsty, man.
Yeah, I bet.
I've got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Follow-up question on the last subject that we discussed about the most popular groups or whatever. If you had to be locked in a room for 24 hours and could only listen to one album, what would it be? Who wants to go first? One album, 24 hours, and it has to play the entire 24 hours. There's no breaks.
It's one after another. It goes back and starts at the beginning.
Yeah,
and
one album, what typically...
I don't want to do that with any album, personally.
Well, you have to.
You're forcing me now. You're
There's
putting a gun to my
probably
head.
anywhere 12 to 14 songs.
I can think of
one. Just give me one. I've got mine. There's no question.
Allman Brothers live at the Fillmore East.
Okay.
That's a very good choice. I think I'd have to go. I've always been a huge fan of the Beatles' Revolver album.
That's good. That came out in August of '66.
All the songs mean something to me.
Mine is from 1972, Cornelius Brothers and Sister Rose, Big Time Lover album.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so unique.
Yeah.
That's different.
Too Late to Turn Back Now, Poor Little Girl. Yeah. That's so mellow, had strings. It was good.
Let me try this guy on you guys. We were, obviously we were in a place at Branson with the family all together, a great big place that had lots of room, kids running around stuff. And for whatever reason, on the big screen TV comes on Patrick Swayze. And the movie is Roadhouse.
Oh, great movie.
Okay, hold
there's
on a second.
There's one part that I hope they didn't see unless they edited it out.
Well, it was on.
I'll tell you after the
cable.
show.
Yeah, you will. There were some moments, but not. It wasn't anything that I thought, oh, we got to turn this off. We had the video. You'll find this really odd. The video was down. We just see the image of the people in this movie, and we supplied the audio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And
there are certain movies you can do that.
Yes.
And it was fascinating. And it, I can honestly say now, you're going to probably lambaste me. It looked like the acting was horrific.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Instead of Mystery Science Theater 3000, he had Mystery Roadhouse Theater 3000.
And here's what happened. They left. Everybody left on Sunday morning, the different groups, to go back home. We stayed around to clean the place up a little bit before the cleaners came in, because that's the way Carol is.
That's what you have to do.
That's what she did.
I know.
And so we're in there cleaning, and guess what I found?
$25.
No. Roadhouse was back on again. So I turned up the audio and I watched it again.
It was on AMC all weekend.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Yes. And here's the thing. Every 10 minutes, somebody's coming into that bar and they get into a fight.
Oh, yeah.
It's one series of fights after another.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I mean, everybody in the family is looking at me like, why are you so... I have no idea. It was like a moth with a flame with that movie.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that you see on, you can't turn off.
So, anyway, I just had to share that. So what's going on? What was your weekend like, gentlemen?
Go ahead.
Let's see here.
I'm sorry.
I think I told you when we started, I ate.
Many times.
Yeah. All we did was eat this weekend, I think.
I ate. I was in the...
Hello, I'm Dave Land. I'm a veteran. Where's my free food?
I was in the Fairfield Rotary Club truck with Clinton Legg at the wheel and Royce Carter up front. That's something I'll do one time. And it was nice to ride in that, and watched The Big Lebowski.
Oh, there's your movie from the weekend.
Yeah, I watched it.
So what's the story on that?
Well, don't get it and gather the family on Christmas Eve and watch I wore my headphones. It's a guy movie.
There's language that is questionable if you watch the unedited version of it.
It's a guy movie. Last week, all 8 episodes of season 6 of House of Cards.
Oh, you're there. You've done that.
Yeah.
You know what?
We've started binge watching it, but the binge is not that bad. So we alternate between...
Have you ever seen that movie?
On Netflix.
Series. House of Cards.
No, I have not seen that.
Robin Wright, and you might as well call him the late Kevin Spacey, because he's toast.
Yeah.
But we alternate between an episode
so you don't
of that,
see anything of him. You see his hands. That's the only thing that you see.
And he's dead.
Yeah.
We alternate between an episode of that and Blue Bloods with Tom Selleck, and that's fun.
Well,
you've
got your TV thing locked down.
Yeah.
With Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, see, I started watching Band of Brothers from the beginning.
Really?
Yes, once again.
I think I would do that.
I've never seen the entire series back to back to back.
Right.
So I started watching that again.
Huh.
Because, it's Veterans Weekend.
Right.
And,
that's a good idea.
So I thought, I'll watch Band of Brothers. I think that's pretty good. I watched that. Watched Sully over the weekend.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
That is a good movie.
Great movie.
Let me tell you something about Sully, and you probably know this. At the end of the movie, they roll the credits.
Right.
Did you stay for after the credits?
No.
After the credits, it shows the real-life one-year reunion of Captain Sullenberger and all of the people that were on the plane in a big warehouse. Right. So if you can watch it again, stay through the credits, and it's after that. It's really emotional.
What I didn't understand throughout that entire thing until I saw the movie was the way that he was for this heroic landing.
Under a lot of fire.
He took a
lot of
ton
pressure.
of fire after it was over with.
But boy, did he prove them wrong. That was what a gentleman.
I had to watch a Hallmark movie because I was watching Bands of Brothers.
So you had to give up.
I kind of had to
give and take.
Yeah, kind of give and take a little bit.
That's what marriage's about.
But a Hallmark movie, and we talked about they don't have any big name stars. William Devane was in it.
Oh, Bill.
Oh,
and
I sold
Meredith
you some gold,
Burney.
too.
Yep. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Hey, I am perhaps your only Indianapolis listener.
Is this Danny?
It might be, yes.
All right. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, Dave, on the music thing, you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
That's
I
exactly
could
right.
listen to that for days and days and days.
Uh-huh.
And also the thing about the surveys, there was with Bohemian Rhapsody coming out, there was a thing on the 10 best Queen songs.
Right.
And Fat Bottom Girls was not on their top 10 list.
Oh, how can that
Really?
happen?
Yeah, now those are people you never listen to again. They clearly have no clue what they're talking about.
Did you get some... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all right.
Did you get some snow up in Indy over the weekend?
Very, very little. I mean,
All right.
it, not enough to see, but by the time it hit the ground, it was gone. No, we're fine.
All right.
We're supposed to get some later today, but I'm not holding my breath.
Oh.
So, anyway, you guys sound great. It's good to be able to hear all of that again.
Well, check us out on YouTube if you've got access to that.
Oh, I've been doing that too.
All right.
We're sorry that you have to watch us, but
All right,
thank
Dan.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks
you
for
for calling.
calling.
Well, obviously, watching on YouTube or WFIWradio.com, or we have a stout wind coming from the west towards the east that's pushing the signal of 104.9 to Indianapolis.
Yep.
Which is really one of the key strategies that I've put in place. We're gonna take over Indianapolis. But go ahead.
Here's a neat story about a centenarian.
That's somebody over 100 years old?
Yes.
Okay.
Who likes to think outside the bun. Her name is...
Put it upside down, honey.
Her name is Myrtis Jewel Painter. She was celebrating a very important milestone in Phoenix yesterday, her 106th birthday.
Wow.
And she wanted to hit up her favorite restaurant.
What is
she
that?
wanted to go to Taco Bell.
Really?
She says, I think Taco Bell is a good place to come to. I really do. She's a regular at the fast food chain, has been for the past 8 years, was greeted by the restaurant staff's claps and cheers, and employees even decorated the dining area to celebrate her birthday.
Have you seen that movie with Demolition Man?
No.
It's from a while back. But it's based in the future, and Taco Bell is the only restaurant.
Well, actually, the way it works,
it's got like Sandra Bullock's in it, and Wesley Snipes.
One company
and Rambo.
owns all of those fast
It's
foods.
like PepsiCo or something like that.
It owns that and KFC
And Pizza Hut.
Yes, they own all of them.
She's 106 and had an enchilada and a taco for lunch. So happy birthday, Myrtis. How many people do you know named Myrtis? Myrtis Jewel Painter, 106 in Phoenix.
Yeah.
That's great. There was a picture of her, but I didn't print it. There was a picture of her.
He's got to point that out, doesn't he?
And she looks
But
great.
he doesn't print that stuff here. See, he does it on his own, so he's a cheap butt.
No, it's my nickel.
And so, yeah, but I was.
If he did it here, he'd probably print the pictures.
No, because you have to look through too much stuff.
We
can hold up pictures now, though, can't we?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
I could.
I was
thinking. That's what I was thinking of when I printed all the pictures.
I have some trivia that we're going to do after the next break.
There are lots of pictures that go through my mind about this show, but
well,
have you noticed? Have you noticed that Dave is holding himself with a better posture?
I know.
Well,
and the facial expressions
are much different. He's much more of a poker player now than what he used to be.
I'm disappointed in my.
Look at him fixing his collar and everything. I'm surprised he didn't have a tie on.
He gets no respect.
I was talking to somebody over the weekend about the video presentation, and they said, "Well, you've had training in that, haven't you?" I said, "Yes." Back in 1972 at SIU Carbondale, we took a TV news class where we had to sit behind the news desk and, I did.
Do
the news reporter deal.
I was a news anchor on a local television station in St. Louis, not in St. Louis. It was a cable. And
Cable
I did
access?
News, yes, and
Okay.
I did the nightly news every night between 5 and 5:30. No teleprompter. I had to look down and up between the copy and I was so bad that rating spiked.
So
Because people didn't believe it?
No, because it got, have you seen that idiot on Channel 12 each night? And I would muff lines like you would not believe. I mean, there was, I can't do some of them because
Let me ask you the question that a lot of our listeners are wondering right now.
What's that?
Have you ever cussed
On
and
the
it
air?
went out on the radio?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think I have either.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. We're going to take a break. We're going to take a break, and we're going to be back with some more fun.
Community Connection is now online at WFIWradio.com. Now, not only can you hear the Community Connection after the 7:15 news on WFIW AM 1390 and 103.3 FM, but you can hear it online anytime. If you missed the show, go to WFIWradio.com, then click on About Us, then Community Connection for the latest episodes. You can also catch up on past shows. Community Connection after the 7:15 news on WFIW AM 1390 and FM 103.3, and now online at WFIWradio.com.
If you or someone you know is addicted to drugs or alcohol, please store this number or call right now. 1-800-485-2190. That's 1-800-485-2190. By calling the Addiction Rehab Specialist, you're taking the first steps to recovery. Their advisors are ready to match you with a proven 5-star treatment center that will help you end your drug or alcohol addiction once and for all. Let the Addiction Rehab Specialist help you break your addiction to drugs and alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential, and if you have private insurance, there'll be little to no cost to you. Even if you've already been to treatment, give us a call. Take the first step now. Call the Addiction Rehab Specialist at 1-800-485-2190. That's 1-800-485-2190. 1-800-485-2190.
The Addiction Rehab Specialist is an advertisement for various treatment centers and placement networks. Not all insurance is accepted. Individual results will vary. Visit addictionrehabspecialist.com/terms for more information.
Get the good stuff.
At Napa Auto Parts in Fairfield, buy your windshield wiper blades and Napa will install them free. Napa has a bigger, whole new inventory of heavy-duty parts for semis and tank trucks. And they offer custom-made hydraulic hoses up to 2-inch 4-wire. You get over 100 years of experience from Brent, Jalen, Derek, Steve, and Nolan at Napa Auto Parts, 123 West Delaware in Fairfield.
Get the good stuff.
Napa, get the good stuff.
I'm Tiffany Haddish, and I use Groupon so much, they made me the spokesperson. Groupon lets me save on things all over the world, but it also lets me save on things all over my neighborhood. If I need to run and get my car washed or go to the dry cleaners, get my dog groomed, have my nails done, or grab some pizza, I can, and I'll save while doing it. Man, my neighborhood is amazing. Save up to $100 a week on what you do every day. Download the app and save. Groupon.
Indeed knows it's hard to find qualified candidates when you're hiring.
It's like finding a unicorn.
But when you post your job on Indeed, it's easy to find people with the skills you need.
Nurse practitioner, 4+ years experience, acute care certification.
Indeed has a huge pool of amazing candidates and screener tools that help you find your most qualified applicants.
Whoa, an entire short list of unicorns.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source.com score total visit.
Heavy metal is out. Polymer is in. Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods has a great price on the American-made 5.56 caliber ATI Omni Hybrid. It has a 16-inch barrel and is all polymer. Buy now for the low price of $485 plus tax. One 30-round magazine comes with your purchase. All state and federal laws apply. Also, now's the time to fill up your propane tank for winter. That's at Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods, 1423 West Main in Fairfield, 8 to 5 weekdays, Saturdays 8 to noon.
WFIW 104.9 and WFIWradio.com. Sheldon Bunning from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler has joined us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mark.
How are you today? How was the weekend?
It was good. It was good.
Saw you Saturday afternoon walking in the parade. You didn't throw me any candy, though.
Oh, bad move.
Were you on my side of the road or not?
No, I don't think I was.
Come on, Sheldon, show us an arm and loft it over the top of the people.
Right.
I could have. I could have
Hey.
took a shot at candy his way.
I know everybody has probably said this, but I'll just say it publicly. Thank you so much for your participation.
Absolutely.
In the creation of that and the you and Clifford Reaver do great work, and it's good in the community, and people appreciate it. And thank you very, very much from all of us.
You outdid yourself.
Hey, I was glad to help. It was an honor to help, and there's a lot of folks behind the scenes too. Clifford has had a lot of help for the last 17 years, and takes into account, like, I hate to mention names because I know we'll forget somebody, but Carter's drives the semi and hauls the vets. The VFW puts on a feed. The Elks and FMB. There's a lot of folks involved in that. So
a lot of different.
It was a good parade.
A lot of different feeds. All of the feeds. Dave was there and in front of the line.
I worked at it. But yeah, thank you, Sheldon.
Hey, you're welcome, Dave.
All right.
Thank you.
What do you got going on down to Le Mans this week?
Well, it's Black Friday all month long, so we've got amazing deals on all these new vehicles. Got some big deals on the Ram trucks, of course, we've talked about. The Jeep Cherokee, I know this thing has just been hot for us. I just sold another one before I picked the phone up with you guys. So I think there's up to $5,000 in rebate on the Latitude and the Latitude Plus, and I think a limited there's $5,500 in incentives. So, and that's a nice vehicle. That's a kind of a mid-sized crossover.
All right. Now, Sheldon, I was driving east on Main coming into town the other day. There's a silver four-door Jeep sitting right outside the lot there. What kind of vehicle? What kind of Jeep is that?
Let's see. You were heading east. That has to be. That's probably a Grand Cherokee. Was it a Grand Cherokee out there?
No. It kind of looked like a Wrangler almost, but I'm not sure. It was a little smaller.
There's a dark gray Wrangler out there.
Okay, maybe that was it. All right.
We've got some of the new JLs here, and also I've got a couple of them down here. I think since 2007, the only engine available in the Wrangler was the V6. But we have a new option on this new JL Wrangler. It's the 2-liter turbo.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's an inline 4-cylinder, turbocharged 2-liter. Very, very peppy. So if you're a Jeep enthusiast or connoisseur, you might want to come down and drive one of those.
All right.
And check it out.
All right.
Surprised me. I'm kind of a negative Nancy on the new stuff when it comes. I don't like change, but
negative Nancy.
That 2-liter motor impressed me.
Better than Debbie Downer, who we have over here in the corner.
Yeah, we know a couple other people who not real good with change either.
Yeah.
And I try not. I haven't been accused of being the Debbie Downer up here too. I try to claim I'm a realist, but hey.
All right, Sheldon. As always, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you Thursday.
All right, you guys have a great week.
All right,
take care.
Sheldon Bunning from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler joins us every Monday and Thursday here on the WFIW Morning Show.
Radar Weather is sponsored by Conard Financial Group at 510 West Delaware in Fairfield, with securities offered through Raymond James. Conard Financial Group, investing in the community since 2003.
The deadline for filing your tax return is April 15th, but did you know that it's also the last day to contribute to a tax-deductible IRA for the previous year? Conard Financial Group can help you take advantage of tax-deferred benefits and possibly even help you earn a deduction when you make last year's IRA contribution. Call Conard Financial Group at 842-7855 to learn how. Raymond James Financial Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Life well planned.
Let's start out with that Fairfield area weather forecast. A 40% chance for rain today, high 42. 50% chance for rain or snow tonight, low 25. Partly cloudy, 35 tomorrow for Wednesday. Partly cloudy, high 40. Wintry mix, 35 on Thursday, and for Friday, sunshine with a high of 45. That's your Fairfield area weather forecast. Current conditions, overnight low was 34. Yesterday's high was 46. Humidity at 73%. Winds from the west-southwest at 2 miles an hour. Pressure at 30.28 and holding. Mostly cloudy skies right now, 36 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar showing some snow showers showing up in the central part of the state, right around Springfield in that area, moving to the northeast. Rain showing up deep south, down around Kentucky, Tennessee, southern Indiana. Some rain showers showing up right there. And that is your color weather radar for about 5 minutes before 9.
And the weather was brought to you by
Oh, that's right.
Conard Financial Group on West Delaware in Fairfield.
Forgot all about that.
That's important.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. You feeling, I won't say feeling lucky, are you feeling intelligent today?
Well.
Yeah, that was from a movie, I know.
All right.
You feeling intelligent? Because this is some of the toughest trivia we've had to date.
Okay.
Well,
bring it on.
Are you ready?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. What was Friedrich Serturner the first to extract from opium and use as a pain reliever? This substance was extracted from opium and used as a pain reliever, still being used today.
Okay.
In extreme cases.
Morphine.
Yes.
Good guess. Excellent.
What Russian cleric was poisoned, shot, and finally drowned on December...
Rasputin.
Yes.
Very well done.
December 30th of 1916.
I'm going for the Rasputin look.
I can tell.
Who led the Million Man March on Washington?
Jesse Jackson.
No.
Al Sharpton.
No. But he's one of their buds.
Martin Luther King Jr.?
No. The Reverend
Louis
Farrakhan.
Oh, okay. Louis Farrakhan, okay.
What country suffered the worst two earthquakes in history, killing 830,000 in 1556 and 750,000 in 1976? What country?
I'd have to think it's along the Pacific Rim, but there's not that many people there.
Thailand.
No.
No. I'm going to go with the Philippines.
Did you say
Burma.
China?
Burma. China?
Who said China?
You did.
Was it
Trying
China?
to help you guys. It was China. It was China.
I thought of China, but...
Who did Adolf Hitler dictate Mein Kampf to while in prison?
I don't know that.
I have no idea.
Rudolf Hess.
So that's why Hess
Wasn't he with him?
I have no idea.
Yeah, obviously.
Wasn't there.
What disease is the focus of oncology?
Cancer.
Yes.
You're really
Three
on
more
fire.
questions.
All right.
Where is the tallest mountain on Earth?
Nepal.
That's what I would have said.
That's not true.
Hawaii. Mauna Kea. From base to peak, 33,480 feet.
I would have thought Mount Everest.
Me too. Oh, at least that's the reason why everybody
Tallest
tries to
mountain
climb
on Earth. We'll
right.
check it out. We'll go on the internet and
Yeah,
find
I was
out.
going to say, I thought Mount Everest was...
Two more. This is so simple, it's embarrassing, but you boys need help.
I do.
What falling fruit supposedly inspired Isaac Newton
Apple.
to write the laws of gravity?
Yeah, I was going to say
Was
Coke.
it an iPod or an iMac? Or an iPhone?
If it was an iMac, he'd be hurting pretty bad.
Final question, ladies. Are you ready?
Yes.
What three words are represented in Newton's second law of motion? And that law is F equals ma. What do F, M, and A stand for?
Mass.
Mass is correct for the M, right?
Mm-hmm.
F.
I'm sorry, I didn't do well in...
Force equals
Mass times action.
Acceleration.
Acceleration.
You guys did better than I thought.
No, I didn't do anything. I didn't have one of them.
You could, yeah. Well, you were going to say China.
But I didn't. This is.
We'll do this again tomorrow.
Oh, thank
really,
you.
I think I think we've enlightened our listenership.
We've done something.
I think we've exposed the bogus education I must have received.
Now tomorrow, we will have a guest with us.
Yeah, I'll be gone on assignment. I will not be here, and so
Ken Odie will be here running the running the camera. He has some experience with that. With videography and what have you. So I didn't find it enjoyable.
No, it was obvious that you did not find it enjoyable.
Well, we have the names mislabeled.
And what we really need. Well, yes, of course, because we changed seats. That's the reason why the names were different.
Now, are you going to let Odie sit in this seat?
He'll be right there.
He'll be in the Dreith seat. He'll be in the Dreith seat.
He will be Mike.
which means he will not get any of the trivia answers correct.
I don't know. It's Ken Odie. He might.
He's a pretty sharp guy.
Yeah,
guys.
he is.
I'll tell you, he'll lighten up that chair.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Serving Wayne County and beyond for more than half a century. WFIW-FM Fairfield, 104.9.
The news is brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne City. The lowest prices of the year. Save up to $900 on Serta iComfort adjustable mattress sets at Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne City. Drop by and take a rest test.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Search teams are looking for bodies in areas destroyed by wildfire in Northern California. At least 29 people have died there, with another 2 killed in the Woolsey fire in the south. This woman lost her home there.
Found some bracelets in the thing.